The Community Television Consortium of Stark County presents this week's edition of What's Happening, the show about you, the people of Stark County. And now your host for tonight's program, Susie Vitale.
Good evening and welcome to another edition of What's Happening in Stark County. I'm Susie Vitale. Our first guest this evening is Barb Wygand, who's co-chair of the Canton YWCA Women's Hall of Fame Committee. And we're here obviously to talk about the event. So first of all, what is the YWCA Women's Hall of Fame?
Susie, it's a vehicle that was conceived back in 1990 to try to call attention to the accomplishments of women in our community. There are so many women who do so much for our community that have never been recognized. We started the Women's Hall of Fame to do that.
Okay, I went last year and it was very impressive, the accomplishments of the women. And as you said, there are so many women in this area. How do you get nominated for this?
We send out, in early March, we send out a mass mailing that goes to community organizations, women's groups, and to all of the media, announcing that we are accepting nominations. Anyone in the community, Susie, can nominate someone that they know that they think is deserving. Okay,
how is the process then that you select these women? How does that work?
We impanel a group of judges each year. This year, our judging committee is chaired by our Stark County Auditor, Janet Weir-Creighton.
Okay.
And I'm not sure who all she has on the panel, but that's her job to do.
Okay.
And they go through the nominations, and we expect to be announcing the winners to the public on April 26th.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes, we're excited about it. That's we've never done it ahead of time before.
Now, what is the criteria that they use? Because I'm sure they get a lot of resumes of women.
Yes, indeed, we do get a lot in. There are actually 6 categories that a person can fall into. One is business and industry. Another one is education, human services, the arts, sports, and then we have a very special, the 6th category is a teen award. We select a teen from one of the area high schools who has shown outstanding accomplishment in their high school years.
Okay, so that sort of helps that you have a lot of different categories to break down to.
It does.
Okay.
And I just was going to add that not necessarily each year do we have someone in each category, and it is not limited to one per category. It just depends who is nominated and how they fit into that.
Now, who are some of the women who have been inducted in the past?
Last year, Lois DiGiacomo was inducted, and as a matter of fact, we're having Lois back. This is the first year we've had one of our inductees back. We're having her back this year as our guest speaker. So we're rather excited about that.
We've worked with Lois. We really like her.
Have you?
Yes.
Oh, she is an outstanding. You talk about an outstanding community gal. She is it. Diana Stevens Robinson, Suzanne Timken was inducted one year. Our 1990 class, our charter group of inductees included Nancy McPeak, which I'm sure a lot of people in the community will recognize that name, Renee Powell. So there's an example of the sports category with Renee Powell.
Okay, now this was a very lovely event last year, so where is it this year and when's it going to be?
We're right back at the Canton Hilton again, Susie. They have done an excellent job for us since we've started. The event is Thursday, May 23rd. We have a social hour at 5:30. We have dinner starting at 6. We aren't there all night. We usually wrap up by 8:30 at the latest. And the tickets can be obtained from the Canton YWCA.
Okay, and about how much are the tickets?
Adults are $25 and teens are $15. We've tried to keep it rather low so that we don't preempt anyone on a financial basis from joining us that evening.
Okay, now you said that Lois was going to be your speaker. What's she going to be talking about?
Her title, and I don't know what this involves, and I don't want to know ahead of time. Her title is How to Make Yourself Famous.
Oh, okay.
And I'm interested to hear about that.
Sounds good. Okay, how long does the speaker speak about?
I think she's on for about 20-25 minutes.
And then are the awards presented before or after the speaker?
After the speaker.
Okay, and that is nice because a lot is said about the individual, so you really appreciate the person when they come up to get their award.
Yes, yes, very much so.
Okay, now how is the money used? I know there is money that is raised, a small amount, so how is the money used? by this event?
Each year the committee designates where the money is to go. This year it's been designated to building capital needs for the YWCA.
Okay, now if someone wants tickets, what is the phone number one last time?
Canton YWCA, it's 453-7644.
Okay, is there anyone in particular they need to ask for?
No, I think everyone there at the desk is quite aware of what we're doing, and anyone who answers the phone can handle the call.
Okay, and what's that number one last time?
453-7644.
Okay, thanks for coming this evening.
Susie, thank you for having us.
Next up, we have the McKinley Museum. Stay with us. Our next guest is Scott Walton, who is a staff volunteer at the McKinley Museum, and he's here to talk about a very special exhibit that's going up over there. So first of all, do you want to tell us what is the theme of the exhibit?
Okay, the exhibit is entitled Stark County Firefighters Through the Ages, and the theme is firefighting.
Okay, and where is this going to be laid out in the museum?
Okay, right now it is currently on exhibit, and
oh, it's up already.
Yes, it is. It started on March 30th.
Okay.
And it is throughout the whole museum. It's down in the bottom. We have some pieces right as you walk inside the door, and then it's up in the historical hall, and also right in front of the new firehouse that we're building.
Okay, now why are you having this for the firefighters?
Well, this is we're doing this in honor of all of the men and women who put their lives on the line and have put their lives on the line in the past to protect our lives and our property.
Okay, now what is going to be the focus then, or what is the focus of the exhibit?
Well, it's an exhibit which starts back in the early 1800s when most firefighting started, and it goes up to the present, showing different artifacts, different things that the firefighters have used throughout the whole time. We have a hose cart, which men used to pole to the fires back in the late 1800s, to modern nozzles and breathing apparatus that they use.
Okay, now you've got this lovely piece here. I was very surprised when you told me what it is, so do you want to explain what this is?
Sure.
It's beautiful.
This is a speaking trumpet, and it was used by chiefs or captains or whoever was giving the orders, and they would yell into this the different calls and orders to the men, and this was used in the early 1800s to the late 1800s.
Okay, so that's a megaphone. And
yes.
is this silver or pewter? Or?
Yeah, this is, I believe this one is silver. Some of them are silver and pewter.
It's very ornate. I can't believe the firemen would use this as a megaphone. Yeah. That's wonderful.
Some of these, this one in particular, was an award that was given to Canton City Fire Department Rescue Company Number 1, which was one of their first fire companies they ever had. And it was an award soon after they got their fire piece of equipment. They went and competed against a lot of other fire departments and were awarded this.
Oh, okay.
And, some of the ones that are more modern or were actually used out in the field are a lot more banged up than what you'll find like this one.
I was going to say, this hasn't been in too many fires.
No.
Okay, now the exhibit is temporary, but you're doing something permanent there. So do you want to explain about the firehouse?
Sure. We're building a firehouse in our street of shops, and the museum has been loaned in 1888 Aaron's steamer, which is a horse-drawn steamer from the Canton City Fire Department. It's on permanent loan, and we're finally getting a firehouse. We're building a firehouse to put her in. Okay, and that's going to be located where? That is in the street of shops. It's near the train display, which most people know where that's at, and they're incorporating some other buildings into that exhibit as well. Now, what's the fire station going to be like there? Well, you're going to be able to walk around all sides of the Daniel Worley, which is what our steamer is called, and typically used to be set up against a wall, so you only got to see two sides, or possibly three. And now you'll be able to walk around, as well as there is a circular staircase that you can climb to a pole that you can slide down. Oh, you get to go down a pole. That's great.
Okay, so now there's going to be, this is going to be finished when? The firehouse will be, because it's under construction.
Yeah, it's going to be mostly finished by May 4th, which leads into the next...
Which leads into what happens May 4th.
The firehouse dedication celebration.
Okay, what's that going to be like? That sounded really interesting.
Well, in the morning we're going to start at 10 o'clock with antique fire trucks on the grounds. And we know that we're going to have at least 5, and we've been told we may have as many as 50. We don't know the number yet.
Where are they coming from?
They're coming from all over Ohio. I know that a lot of them are coming from Stark County. There's over 130 that are owned in Stark County alone.
Oh my goodness.
So we have some from Cleveland and some from down south. And I don't know of all the ones that are coming because they haven't told me that they're coming yet.
Okay, we've got less than a minute left, but this sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun. So your exhibit's up now, the firehouse is being built, the dedication is May 4th.
Right.
And what time is this going to start? At 10?
Well, the fire trucks start at 10 and they go till 12 for the antiques, and then at 12:30 we're going to have our dedication of the firehouse up in the Street of Shops, and then at 1 o'clock till 3 we're going to have modern fire trucks on the grounds as well then.
Oh, great. Okay, real quick, what's the phone number at the McKinley Museum?
The phone number is 455-7043.
Okay, thanks for coming this evening.
Thank you.
Stay with us, we've got more. Our next two guests are Linda Stokes, who's the coordinator, and Debbie Kaminsky, who is the vice president of Stark County Safe Kids or Safety Kids?
Safe Kids.
Safe Kids. Okay. What is Stark County Safe Kids?
Well, we are a local branch of the National Safe Kids campaign, which is based in Washington, D.C. Our local Stark County Safe Kids Coalition was formed in 1992. And we deal with childhood safety. We deal with reducing unintentional injuries to kids under age 14.
Okay.
Unintentional injuries are just another name for accidents.
Okay.
That's in terms of that.
Okay, so that is your primary goal, then that's what you have been formed for.
Right.
Okay, now this is a coalition. So who all is involved in this?
Right now we have Canton City Schools are involved. We have the four major hospitals in Stark County are involved. Various physician offices, mostly pediatricians. Toys R Us and other retailers are also involved with us. We also have almost all the police departments, fire departments.
This is massive.
Yeah, we have a lot of people involved with us, and it's all a volunteer basis.
Okay, now with all these different groups involved, what is it that you do?
Well, we have different programs, which we do on an ongoing basis year-round. We deal with car seats. We give away free car seats to families enrolled in the WIC program through the health departments. All of the 4 major health departments are on our coalition, represented on it. We have the bicycle program, which Debbie will talk about, and we also we deal with fire safety. And we do every year what we call Project Get Alarmed, where we target a school, or the fire departments rather, target a school, and they give a free smoke detector to every family in that school.
That's wonderful.
And Safe Kids buys then all the detectors for those schools.
Okay.
Or for the kids.
That's really great.
Right. Debbie can tell you more about the bike program.
Okay. Now, what is the bike program?
Well, we started the bike program back in '94. We had a major accident happen in the doctor's hospital area, where a gentleman had fallen off his bike and got killed. Doctor's Hospital initiated a program there where they let us buy 1,000 helmets off of them, and for we sell the helmets for $13, and for every third helmet we buy, we have a 4th helmet where we can sell or raffle or give to people that really can't afford them. And we also do bicycle rodeos for various schools, and when they call. I'm going to be doing a bicycle rodeo in June for Boy Scouts.
Okay, what's a bicycle rodeo like? Bicycle
rodeo is where the kids learn trafficking skills, riding their bicycles. They always have to wear a helmet when they're on their bicycles. And they also learn bicycle control, how to control their bicycle, and learn various ways of learning how to do that.
Okay, now obviously it's called Safe Kids, but there are adults too that are out riding bikes. Do you deal with the safety issue with that at all, with the helmets, or?
Yeah, we do sell helmets to adults and that kind of stuff. We have adults and child helmets.
Okay, so this is sponsored by
the Stark County Health Department is the lead agency.
The lead agency. So that is who you.
That's where I work, and that's where we come back. Where the Safe Kids Coalition here is based out of.
Okay, so what is the major project that's going on right now?
Right now, we have nationally, every year they have what they call National Safe Kids Week, and all the local coalitions try to just get together and do safety programs to emphasize safety and get the word out to the public about safety. Now, in this area, what we're going to be doing is we've coordinated with Toys R Us at Belden Village, and we're going to be doing free child fingerprinting identification for children under age 18, and this is going to be held on May 4th from 12 to 2 at the Belden Village Toys R Us. Safe Kids Week this year is from May 4th to 11th.
Okay. When my son was young, I took black stuff and I did my own fingerprinting at home because it's important.
Right. We're going to be, Jackson Police Department's going to be conducting that for us, and we're also going to have some emergency fire vehicles there from the Plain Township Fire Department, and so families can look at the engines and answer any questions and stuff like that.
Well, as we said in our last interview, everybody loves fire trucks. So.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so I'm sure they'll do a better job fingerprinting than I did. Is there any charge for this?
No, it's free.
Okay.
They'll also be passing out a copy of the Family Safety Check, and this is kind of initiated by the Safe Kids Coalition, or the national campaign rather, and it's a 10-item listing of things families can do to help avoid injuries to children. Things like wear your bicycle helmets, wear your car seats, have kids in restraints, have smoke detectors on every floor of your home, things like this. It's a 10-item listing. They'll be passing that out. We've also coordinated with the Canton City Schools, and all the grades 3 through 5 will be receiving them also.
Okay. Now, we're almost out of time, but if someone wants to call you for more information, what's the phone number they'd call?
493-9904.
Okay, thanks for coming this evening.
Thank you.
Next up, we have Larry Burgett from the Canton Christian Home. Stay with us. Our next guest is our good friend Larry Burgett, who's the Director of Development at the Canton Christian Home. Larry, you're here to talk about an upcoming event. It's an annual upcoming event. So what's going to be happening?
Well, the Auxiliary is sponsoring an annual boutique, or arts and crafts festival, we call it now.
Okay.
And they do it every year, and it's going to be May the 9th and 10th, Thursday and Friday, and it goes from 10 o'clock in the morning till 8:30 at night.
Okay. And where is this held?
This is held at the Canton Christian Home, which is 2550 Cleveland Avenue. And if anybody wants to call us there, they've got some items or want to get directions if they're not, don't know for sure where it is, why, you can call 456-0004.
Okay, and that's right by the post office, so it's real easy to see it. Okay, now you've got a lot of events, or a lot of craft items here that are going to be at your event. So let's talk about these first to make sure we can cover all these.
Okay, fine. Well, we have a number of people who make things for us, and we always appreciate that, and we always appreciate the quality that's put into them.
You always have nice things.
We expect nice things. That's what we look for. And I'd just like to point out a few things you may not be able to see too well, but here's a nice key holder that can be put on a wall. You can always find your keys. You know where they are that way. Something else that we can put on a wall. It's a nice decoration. We got several of these angels.
That'd make a nice Christmas ornament, too.
That would make a nice Christmas ornament, too, right. It sure would.
And now what's this they're laying on?
Well, there's somebody who's knitted, put some carpet together there. You know how they used to do that?
They've woven this rug. So somebody actually made this rug?
Yes, we have about 6 or 7 of them similar to that. And I think it's very well done, very beautiful.
It's beautiful.
And then we have this I like very well because that's bananas. You hang your bananas here and put your fruit here, and it's very pretty. I fixed it up the other day down at the Canton Christian Home and showing somebody, and took some pictures, and it was beautiful. Everybody wanted one. Oh,
it is. It's really a good idea, and this is handmade.
This is all handmade, and these are bookends. We just stuck a book in here, but you can see that they're bookends, and then there's a nice little wagon down there for a child. And over there, I didn't bring pies with me because I was afraid you people would eat them and they wouldn't pay attention to what I was saying.
And Bob wouldn't like that if we're eating pie down here in the studio.
That's right. You get right in the studio. So, but they put casseroles in that too, besides pies.
That is nice.
It's very nicely done. We really appreciate all the things. These are just a few things. We have 16 different booths there at the Canton Christian Home. Residents will make some things, employees make some things. but they also come from friends of the home who are from many different churches in Ohio. Some come from Pennsylvania and some from West Virginia, and they bring them in. Now, we'd like to have them about next week, but if some people are still making some things and need a little bit more time, well, we'll give them another week or so, but somewhere around the 1st of May, we really like to have them so we can get them priced and put out on the tables for the public.
Now, we don't want to forget your friend over here.
Oh, I forgot. That's right. That's right. It's a nice little friend that you can hang outside on a tree or some type of swing someplace, and we have several of those too, someone made for us.
It's really cute. Now, who puts, I know the Canton Christian Home is doing this, but who puts this on?
The auxiliary for the Canton Christian Home. We have a 2,000 member auxiliary. They're friends of the home who want to do something special for the residents and Canton Christian Home and the ministry to our residents there. And this year their project is to buy some patio furniture, outdoor patio furniture, and some washers and dryers. We have washers and dryers on every floor of the home, but some of them have been used for years and years and a lot of use, and some just need to be replaced. And so that's their project. In addition to that, every year around the 1st of July, they replenish the scholarship fund that they set up several years ago. And so that any of our employees can go to school to improve their skills, increase their education, and then come back and work for us.
Well, that's really great.
It is a great idea.
Okay, what are some of the things they've bought in the past?
Some of the things they bought in the past was a bus, and that was a wonderful project, a 22-passenger bus. They built a bus garage for us. They bought a car for us at the Canton Christian Home because I go out and speak in different churches and all. They have put in a golf putting green.
That's really nice,
yes,
too.
the residents like that. In fact, I always like to tell about the 93-year-old lady who got a hole-in-one, putted about 40 yards away, and put it right in. Somebody had to hold her quad cane while she did it, and she did it 3 times.
Well, see, she's good because of the cane use.
Yeah, right. That must be it.
Okay. Now, when is the date again?
May the 9th and May the 10th. It'll be Thursday and Friday, and it goes again from 10 o'clock in the morning till 8:30 at night. Now on Thursday we have a gospel sing under a tent at 7 o'clock on the grounds of Canton Christian Home, and it's free to the public, as well as the auxiliaries Arts and Crafts Festival is free. Anybody can come. No, they don't have to pay any cost.
We're out of time. What's that phone number one last time?
456-0004.
Okay, thanks for coming this evening, Larry.
Thank you very much.
Next up is the Lincoln alumni. Stay with us. Our next 2 guests are from the Lincoln Alumni Association. We have Judy Cackley, who's the chairman of an upcoming event, and we have Karen Samuelson, who's the secretary of the event. And first of all, let's just say what the event is that's coming up.
Okay, it is the Distinguished Alumnus Award Dinner. This is our first dinner. We've had an alumnus award before, but we've never had a dinner. And this is a biannual event.
Okay, where is this going to be held?
This will be held at the Four Winds Restaurant on May 25th, 1996. We're having cocktails from 6 to 7. It's a cash bar, and 7 to 8 is dinner, and 8 is our program.
Okay, and who is able to come to this event?
Anyone in the public can come to this event.
Okay.
Anyone.
Okay, now, how does someone get to be nominated for this award, or who is eligible to be nominated for this award?
Anyone that has graduated from Lincoln High School.
Okay, so
is the first guideline, I guess you should say.
Okay.
We had our nominating forms that we had passed out with our voting ballots, and that was one way that they came back to me. We had quite a large field. I had a great response from those, putting them in the voting ballots. We had 26 people that was eligible for this award, and 19 responded to me. Out of that 19, we picked 5. This was a very difficult decision. This was not an easy choice to do. I had a 10-member committee that helped me with this.
Okay, and there were some really incredible people that were nominated. It was a very difficult.
Yes, it was. It was quite difficult.
Okay, now Karen, you have the ticket information. If people are interested in getting tickets, how do you go about getting the tickets, and give us the information?
Okay, there are several ways that you can obtain tickets. First of all, they're $15 per person, and they're available locally at Mang's Variety Store, which is on 11th Street Southwest. The phone number for Mang, if you have any questions, would be 452-1412. Or you can call Judy after 5, please, at 477-8652. And you can ask other board members or committee people if you're friends with someone that's involved with Lincoln Alumni. They're able to get the tickets as well. One thing we do want to stress is that when they buy a ticket, they need to select on the stub what their choice of dinner is.
Oh, okay.
We're having a choice of either steak or scrod, and we really would like them to mark that and give it back to the person that they purchased the ticket from.
Okay, now you have already decided, or the committee has decided, who the winners are. So do you want to tell us who the winners are?
Sure. I think maybe we can get some more people that way.
Okay.
I'll just put these on so I can read them. Joe Summer, he's 1945. We had different categories that they were honored from, and he is civic. Joe has a law degree from Western Reserve University and was Assistant Attorney General from Stark County Commissioners and Director of Ohio Natural Resources, and very involved with the environment. Jim Lessig is the second one, and he is graduated in 1953. His category is athletics, and Jim has a master's degree from Bowling Green University. He's Director of Athletics, was Director of Athletics of Kansas University and at Bowling Green, was Assistant Basketball Coach at University of Minnesota, and also Assistant Basketball Coach from the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Oh, great.
Then we have Jan Bull, class of 1948, and his category is education. Jan has a PhD from MIT and was a mathematics professor at Georgia State University. Retiring in 1990, Jan and his wife Bobby have a bed and breakfast country inn in Sonoa, Georgia called the Veranda, where I guess it's the best place to go for a good home-cooked meal.
Okay.
General James P. McCarthy, 1953, military. General McCarthy is the Olin Professor of National Security at the United States Air Force Academy. He retired from the Air Force in 1992 after completing 35 years of service in the Air Force. A number of his writings and lectures have been published in many journals in both English and Spanish. He is a great on the lecture circuit. I guess he's very in demand. Father Robert J. Coleman is 1951, his religion. He is being honored posthumously. Father Coleman was ordained minister in 1960 at St. Patrick's Cathedral in Youngstown, and Father Coleman founded the St. Paul's Senior Housing and the St. Paul's Outreach Program. Father Coleman was involved in many civic and community activities. To name a few was the Boy Scouts, and he was involved in many youth programs.
Okay, we're almost out of time, so do you want to finish up with Father Coleman there?
Yes.
Okay.
Father Coleman will be given a plaque in his honor at the St. Paul Senior Center, and a donation for the alumni will be given to his outreach program.
Okay, real quickly, what's your phone number again?
477-8652 after 5.
Okay, thanks for coming this evening.
Okay,
thanks for having us.
If your nonprofit, club, or organization would like to appear on What's Happening in Stark County, you can write to us at Post Office Box 8335, Canton, Ohio 44711, or you can give us a call at 493-8925. This program airs Tuesdays at 6 and Thursdays at 6:30 p.m. on Warner Cable Channel 11 and on Masson Cable Channel 50 Thursday nights at 7:30. That wraps up another edition of What's Happening in Stark County. Thanks for joining us.